Okay, so my videos, I do promise you that they're going to get better in the future. But for right now, I'm literally working with what I have at my disposal because I'm going to go berserk if I don't do something related to tarot card reading. I'm like a freaking geek for it. But so we are going to be covering the Leo family zodiac sign today or in this reading. And y'all are really going to really, I'm going to really ask that you just pardon my skipping around here all incorrect and stuff because I guess I sort of lost my my master's touch, or if you will, or something. But it comes back. It takes time. So we're going to be reading about another one. It's definitely going to be coming back because if I keep on having these reading rainbow sessions, I tell you, ciao, people, I need more water and stuff or something. Anyway, so we're going to be reading about Aisha bint Abe Baker, Bakr. Now, sometimes when I am having a difficult time pronouncing a word, I'll spell it for you. Just let you know that in advance. If you ever hear me spell out a word, because I'm just going to the next. I don't want to explain that. Petra Herrera. Anyway, so there's this is the one that's been chosen. She's from 614 to 678 Saudi Arabia. Mother of the believers. And she's okay, it's not so long, but this should take us about, I don't know, a few minutes. Let me just take a sip of my water. Lord. Hmm. So, okay. God, please help me do this right or better, please. Like, improve my speaking. I got courage. I can find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I'm not afraid, but here goes this. Oh boy, here we go. It's safe to say that Aisha Bent Abi Baker is one of the most controversial figures in all of the Islamic history. The youngest and the most beloved wife of the Prophet Muhammad is, on the one hand, the source of a huge percentage of Islamic teachings, a model for spirited women everywhere, and a revolutionary figure for the prophet himself. And on the other hand, she is a divine military leader at the center of the Islamic schism that has persisted for 1,300 years and counting. Aisha was the daughter of the Prophet's best bud, Abu Bakr, a man who, like Aisha, was either Aisha's anointed was either Allah's anointed messenger or Satan's slimmest scoundrel, depending on who you ask. After the Prophet's death, Abu Bakr was next in line to lead the Muslim people while he would have probably been at the top of the list regardless. His personal stock had been bolstered greatly through his daughter's marriage to the Prophet and her status as the Prophet's favorite wife. Let's get this out of the way and up front. Aisha was a young, let's get this out of the way and up front. Aisha was young when they married, way too young. Most sources claim she was 6 when engaged and 9 when married, although some claim she was as old as 12 or 14. These are true stories that I'm reading to you guys. While that's hardly atypical for most cultures in human history, it's the standard for many women converted in this book. It's a standard for many women covered in this book. I do apologize for that one. It sounds shocking today, but seeing this issue has been debated endlessly in virtually every medium in human history. Not to mention that it has little to do with who Aisha actually really was. This book is going to leave it at that. So, what kind of person was Aisha? Question mark. In a word, lively. In her youth, she was not slow to remind her fellow wives that she was the prophet's favorite and that she was the only one who'd been a virgin when married, that the prophet got revelations only in her presence, and you get the point. Bottom line, she was clever, quick witted, and all too happy to let you know it. But as she matured, especially in the years following the prophet's death, she came to know her own as a leader. Okay. All right. So, one of the biggest turning points in Aisha's personal elevation was an episode called The Incident of the Lie. Following a raid the prophet led on a nearby tribe, Aisha was accidentally left behind. She had left she had left to look at a necklace she had dropped, but she weighed so little that the servants hefted up her carriage into the camel. They didn't realize that she wasn't in it. Stranded in the desert, she got help rejoining her husband from a strapping young lad named Safwan. Safwan. Whereupon rumors quickly spread that she cheated on the prophet with Safwan. Now, these rumors were bogus. Various people, including relatives and the prophet's other wives, were jockeying for political power, and the rumors originated from them. With nobody defending her, not even her parents, and unable to prove her innocence herself, Aisha was totally isolated. The prophet, unsure of whom to believe, at one point consulted his son Ali, who who counseled him to ditch Aisha. There were many women. You can easily replace one with another. Ali was convinced that Aisha was lying, that at one point beat her servant in an attempt to get the truth. Suffice to say, Aisha and Ali did not get along. In the end, Aisha's reputation was salvaged by a Deus ex machina, machina literally. The prophet got a word that Allah that she was innocent. The rumor spreaders were punished. Aisha got pissed off and literally built a wall between her apartment and Ali's. And that was that, or not. Matters grew even more complex after the prophet's death. Nobody was quite sure who would lead the next. Who would lead them next? And eventually, Ali was made the leader. A move Aisha would not have disagreed with more. Could not have disagreed with more. This culminated into a clash between her supporters and his, known as the Battle of the Camel, the first episode of Muslim on Muslim violence in history. Although personally led 3,000 men into battle on a war camel, Aisha was eventually overcome and ceded authority to Ali. This conflict became the basis for the break in Islamic tradition. A source Aisha, I'm sorry, this conflict became the basis for some major break in Islamic traditions. Some followed Aisha and took her many subsequent teachings as a favorite wife. She knew the prophet's private. There's more. 1 second. Oh, yeah, the private customs better than anyone. I'm sorry that this is so long, but this is kind of interesting. Okay, there's definitely a point to this, I guarantee you so much. Okay, so she took his private customs better than anyone as the basis for the religion. The others felt that she and her father had lied to everyone and tried to usurp power from Ali, and who was the rightful successor. People fight about it to this day. See the footnote on Abu Baker a few pages back. Well, that's we might not see that footnote. I don't know how much time I have on here. Um, Complicating the matter further is the fact that none of this was written down until 150 years later. Who knows what changed in the 15-decade long game of telephone? By the time the story was put on a parchment, the social standing of the Muslim women was in a very different place. Anecdotes such as Aisha's explosive reply to someone's implication that women, dogs, and donkeys all could break prayer. Are you calling women a dog? Was not given the same cultural weight. Some stories were taken as legitimate and others were dismissed. According to most stories, Aisha spent the remainder of her time life teaching, nursing, and dictating. And no, I'm sorry, not even that. It's according to most sources, Aisha spent the remainder of her life teaching, nursing, and mediating and advocating for women. In all, she left 2,210 hadiths, the teachings that are the bedrock for Islamic tradition, placing her at the fourth most prolific hadith imparter. Her lessons range from proper prayer technique to adhanations for men to wash their genitalia, to passionate anti-cootie rhetoric, basically saying that men could in fact eat, drink, and pray around women while they were on their period. Obviously, this book cannot hope to comprehensively cover a figure as hotly debated as Aisha. There are many stories and incidents that could easily flip her, or Ali, or Abu Bakr, or almost anyone, from hero to villain and back. The author highly recommends that anyone with interest in familiar and further particulars of Aisha's story read up on their own, while entire libraries and books have been written on her. The biography in the back of the book lists a few to help. And so, this here is just, this is from the book. It's called Rejected Princesses. And the reason why it's a good therapeutic thing for me to do before I do my readings is because it helps me get into a place of appreciation for myself and for things that are not appreciated, and for things that are appreciated and that are hated. For like, it's like a lot of contradictory energy that is surrounded by a divine feminine individual, and it's a fight just to be. It's like an unfair fight, and there are more of them than there are of you. And so they seek to just tear you down and destroy you. And it's like I'm just setting the path, getting the path of, ready for those that will come after me, because someone has to do it. Though we're not advised, we're always like in the 48 Laws of Power. It advises you not to be a revolutionary, or don't be the one to begin a new thing or start a revolution because you'll be the first man down. But I mean, someone has to do it though at the same time. So, and I ain't got nothing else. It's nothing else for me to do but this. So this is why I'm doing it, and I don't see anyone else. Or not too many people. Maybe one or two others are out here doing some revolutionary type of things that, again, are really should be left to the people that were born to do it. Because anyway, we need to get into this reading. This is for Leo, okay? Leo. Okay. All right, we're 14 minutes in, guys. I don't know how. I'm going to post because I need to post, okay? Because it's going to be beneficial for me to post the videos, whether or not they go all the way through. I'll post them all I'll try and edit them, but I don't know, okay? I have to get some things in order. But I first just had to get back into just get back into the doing something other than stressing about the lack of this or the problem of that, and this neighbor being nosy and that one saying, like it's so much other shit going on right now, and I'd rather just do this. If this was my last day on earth, I would be happy doing this, and so that's my story, and that's a fact. So this is for Leo's first card out. We have the Six of Swords. Traveling or moving towards a calmer place. This could also be indicative of some sort of health issue. If you are on the continent of the United States, I'd say, like if you were an American, and this would be the way that I am interpreting this deck, because it doesn't give much insight on how to. By the way, it just gives you like a little paper. This deck is so deep, and it gives like such a small little pamphlet, like a little foldable little pocket handy dandy napkin. Anyway, if you were in the United States of America, then this energy would be played out by you being in the hospital. I see that there's a respirator, there's like a tube or something like that, life support or something like that. Six of Swords, moving to calmer waters. But in Africa, it's Six of Swords, and there's just an angel, and there's like prayer warrior time, and there is a dark energy, threatening to intimidate, but nonetheless, this angel is not being tempted. Thou shalt not tempt. Okay, that's what I just got from that. So, Leo. Second card you've got here for the Leo Lion King is the Two of Wands energy. Now, and I will show you these cards because these cards are good to me. I love them. They really get me going sometimes. I'm really vibing with them the most right now anyway. So these are my African American deck, and it's literal. It's in my opinion, it's literally African American. Like you get the African, you get the American depiction of it. So it's like it's no gray, or it's not like a catch-22 description of the type of energy. So African American, African, it's like the baby is crying. And so it's like in the spirit world, it's like this grown man is like screaming his head off, wait, like somebody come feed me or do something with me. And then in the American depiction of it, it's like the bull riding, customary things that we tend to do for fun. Okay. So yeah, that's more than I can work with. That I can. I mean, I'm not even prepared to draw a correlation correctly, but I will maybe one day write about it or speak about it, because that speaks volumes about something going on here, Leo. Okay, here we go with this grim stuff. But the last reading I did was Gemini, and it was lit. Okay, it was the truth. I mean, it was like nice. It started out this way. So you've got the Three of Swords, disappointment. So you've got possible health issues, angel, protection, or angels, standing outside around you and protecting you from any and all kinds of harm. You've got, like I said, the health possibility of health issues or the threat of that. Okay. And then you've got your plans that you're wanting to and needing to, put into action or set the groundwork for. But there are some parts or pieces of your there are some pieces of your toolkit that you don't have yet that should be there, because you're waiting for them to come in, and it's like any day now. And then to top it all off, you could be dealing with an air sign, because this is all air energy. This here two of no, this is it is two. It's air. Three of Swords is disappointment and heartbreak and like disenchantment and like oh no, like please, theft. Looks like someone is, doing something where they're trying to kick you, or you. This could be the other way around. Take it out, resonates. It's like this energy of kicking one while they're down, and I already know that that's not gonna. I already know that's not gonna be the case. Like before I even finish the read, I already know. So, and it's just I'm just saying what I just know. So, and I made that statement or that comment because I listen to some readers, and they always be like, "Oh, so and so is doing black magic on you, but it's gonna reverse. It's not gonna work." And I'm like, they always be trying to make us think that they have the answer, but I just my inside of my heart's air, my heart space, flicked it. Like it's not gonna be. It's not. You know, if that's the best way I have to explain to you with the amount of time and my amount of vernacular that I'm accustomed to using. But anyway, here, all right. So in the most recent past energy, though, so I would say prior to this here heart. I mean, well, okay, this could be a heart issue. Your sign does rule the heart, Leo. Let's get that out the way. Bada boom, bada bang, right away. Okay, so there could be some issue going on with your heart. You know what I'm thinking? Somebody is really just trying to break your heart. Because you know, once you tackle that aspect of that area of a person's psyche, soul, body, physical, spiritual, metaphysical. Once you get that there done, you might as well just hang it up. I mean, and just let the skinwalkers take over your body, and let the demons come in when your heart is broken. So far. So anyway, prior to that occurring, there was some sort of pouring into yourself or some sort of spiritual brand new beginning of ascension or something with this here Ace of Cups, which is indicative of becoming pregnant, or you could be fertile with a real baby, a real child baby, a real boy or girl, or a business or an opportunity or some sort of creation that is directly connected with your sacral chakra. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're talking from a basis of some sort of stability. Now, what are we releasing? Okay, I'm taking all the cards because they just be wanting to be took. Okay. So what's being released is this energy associated with here, this Queen of Cups energy, which is intuition, and for it to be mingled in here with the Six of Cups, it's like you're releasing some La Familia connections, yeah, or their energies are in the reversal, and so their energies are not in your best interest. So and whatever is right here is a reverse. Okay, just so we know. That's just how I do it. That's how I can. That's how I am. I mean, for me to not have, you would think that I'm a fixed sign the way that I get hooked on phonics with stuff. Anyway. Okay, for my Leos. Okay, so what you do have to look forward to dealing with in the near future, if you've not already felt this energy, so you're getting rid of this here family situation or this family association, intuitive connection, like you, mental telepathy, this telepathic connection that you have. It's not good for you, and so what you're losing that, but what you're taking in its place, because one door closes, another opens, and the mantra, if you will. You've got the here 10 of Wands energy, and this energy is oppressive because it's like you're being asked to handle everything, all by yourself. Now, I'm not, and this can weigh heavily on your heart, because you could be like, wow, you just left. I feel like you could have been in a position where you had to just sever some sort of association or it would have been an even greater demise. The good thing about the 10 of Wands is that it is not a loser. Okay, it might be carrying a heavy load. Okay, and then what do you have following it in your karmic spot? Karma says that you do have the 3 of Wands here. Your ships are coming in, and they're going to be coming in as scheduled. So you are carrying a heavy load, and you are getting pound for pound support. So you're getting the adequate support to come in. I think that moving forward, we're going to realize that your thing that you're going to need to do is maintain your awareness. I don't like to necessarily always use the word humility, because it's more than being, humble. It's your awareness of the possibilities of, people thinking that you feel that you are owed this, and you may very well do. Oh, you is owed it. I mean, sorry for how I said that, but it is what I said like that. Some stuff you are. I mean, some of us are really comfortable in our nature. I don't know how we know it or where it comes from. Honestly, I couldn't. I mean, it's too much to get into. Let me see. So, okay, following that, you do have the Ace of Swords energy. and that is Ogun energy. So if you feel like, number one, Ogun is an energy that you will call on if you've been done wrong, and it's a swift protector of you, and it's also signifying that this is what you have at your disposal. So if you're an African American individual, you could reach back into your descendants and call on Ogun to help you with a situation that is unjust, and he will regulate regulations. He'll regulate the regulators. Okay. Yes, indeed, honey. So it's just good to know. Now, I don't know, okay, how deep this goes for you, but this is an African American deck. I'm an African and an American person. Hopes and fears in my African American life. I got the Four of Wands. I just want to be home. You dig me? Like, this is Aries. I just, you just want to be at home. You just want to be relaxing. You don't want, you ain't trying to argue with nobody really or nothing like that. You're just trying to chillax. Leo. That's what you want. Outcome has come. And it looks like you have, this is going to be clarified. Don't worry, I clarify. You got the Eight of Cups, walking away from something that you have invested in is the outcome. But we're going to see that. I feel like it's going to be walking away with a twist or something like that, Okay, so we're taking it from the top, clarifying that Six of Swords energy is being clarified with the Trailblazer. Like, taking it Gahonas by the horns. You're taking by force what is rightfully, yours. And I don't think that you're taking into anybody talking about no health issues. I mean, that's what us. We're not weak. We're not weaklings in here. Okay. Okay. Clarifying the Two of Wands. You got the Eight of Wands. This is immediate help coming right in to rescue you, help you, and give you everything that you need, because you decided to take over. Like, you just, you assumed a position, and there's that. And you got two cards here for this Three of Swords energy. And it's two major arcana cards. Y'all, listen. Y'all see me shuffle? I don't be making this stuff up. Now, I know it seems cliche that, and it seems like I be faking. And I'm not a computer. I promise you that. I'm just good at this thing that I be doing here. And you have to know your worth. And also know the worth of those around you. Because some people around you, you just got to let them think and say what they say. They can't. They can't. What they can't. That's you. And you almost, Leo. You almost gotta. Like I just told you, Gemini earlier. You almost gotta anticipate the hate that they give, because they can't understand how one person could be so dug into themselves and dig so deep and relaxed in who they are. They don't be bothering nobody. They just be doing what God called them here to do. And people hate you for it. So you got Justice clarifying this here, Three of Swords, theft, and you have Lovers clarifying it, and it's like a theft of some sort of partnership that you're supposed to be doing. I mean, maybe one of your partnerships where you were betrayed or something like that. But I'm going to keep moving for the sake of this little red dot on my phone device here. Okay. How are you doing today? Anyway, okay, I'll take this here. So to clarify this most recent past energy with this here Ace of Cups energy, like this new fertile and this intuitive new wish fulfilling, like this new big deal thing that you've been nurturing and taking care of. It's being clarified with the Two of Pentacles. So you have not even had time to put the effort into it, because maybe you had to go to work, or maybe you just had a toxic individual in your energy that was like really keeping you stressed the heck out, jumping from this to that and to that to this, and leaving your investment to feel like you don't love it, and you do. Anyway, clarifying these two, it's two more cards for them too. 2 for 2. Okay, 2 for 2. I can't make it up, y'all. So you are releasing this here Six of Cups energy, and it's in the Six of Cups, Queen of Cups energy. That's that familiar telepathic connection. And it's further clarified by the Five of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords. You cutting this bitch the fuck off, yo, Leo. I don't mean to cuss, but I meant what I said. You too loud, you too rowdy, you got too much shit going on, you too fucked up, you're just not worth no. No can do. Anyway, so and you cutting that off, and you're getting to clarify for this here Ten of Wands energy. It's clarified by the I feel like I hear a phone ring. It's clarified by the Knight of Wands energy. The best that I could do with that is probably get another clarifier after I do my spiel. Let me get to this here. Three of Wands energy in your karmic position. And this Three of Wands energy, your ship's coming in. There's a disconnect with this here too. A Swords clarifying and oh snap. So and then you got the Ace of Pentacles. So there has been someone in your energy really fucking around and just making a whole nonsense and disconnecting your connection to your ancestral, your spiritual team. And that is how come we have this here Eight of Wands coming out. Like this is that Daniel, you know, in the book of Daniel, David was praying, or you know what, I'm not even gonna get into that. That's too much. Let me stop. Okay. Anyway, so it looks like you've released the problem. Ogun is in the building. Let me clarify my Ogun, please. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that I'm who I am. I thank God. Clarify Ogun energy, please. Ogun is not happy with the way things is going. Look at that. That's the page of Wands throwing a temper tantrum like it's about to go. Okay, that's the energy you don't want. That could be that reason why we had all that daggone that storm we just now had. I'm not. These are too many, but it's the moon. It's the It's the Five of Wands. It's the Nine of Wands, and it's the Death card. Like, you know what I'm thinking? That somebody was really trying to make you have a pass away session, trying to sing at your fucking funeral and shit. But anyway, hopes and fears energy. You just do because you want judgment and you want people to get their karma. This is the Judgment card. You want people to have their karma for doing whatever they did to you. And your wishes and your whatever you wish will be granted because you're coming from a balanced position in life. Outcome, Eight of Cups, walk away, walk away. Okay, so you got the Two of Cups clarifying, the Eight of Cups walking away from a situation that was like a soulmate connection. I'm gonna need another one, just one more, please. Give me some more. I know they want to know more. For my Leos. You have karmic. It's in your. The wheel is in your. It's in your favor. The Wheel of Fortune. So it's like now you. Even though you've gone through a lot, you've got an opportunity to make this into something very unique for yourself. And your hard work will be realized, and it will not be for something that's wasted. It could be used as something for you to show or teach or write about or just know about. But I think that right now, you know, we are all called to be a light to the new way that the world is going to be. And so it is the most trying. I feel you. All I can tell you is that I do my best. Like, I do my best and then I go to sleep. That's all I can do. All right, but Leo, what do you have with this here new moon and new super moon? It's like a super moon or something. It's like a major big deal. Like every other channel, every other person is talking about this moon in Capricorn that we just had. It is the last one of the 2022. So there's that. But what's going to be affected is your ninth house of travel. So you could be traveling a lot. You could be studying astrology. It's my favorite. My first love is astrology. You could be approved for loans or scholarships. And Mars is still in retrograde. So there could be like some sort of a setback. And that could be what this is about with this here Two of Swords energy. So it's at some point or another, you know, no matter what, if the people that, you know, try and shoot darts against you, a person that's living in their truth, the person that's living in their truth trumps the person that's shooting the darts at you, even if no matter what, because it's nothing greater than alignment with what you're meant to be doing. Like there's no greater thing that's the God love you more when you do what you're supposed to do. Like obedience, please. Classes in session, like get the assignment. Like people they don't have a syllabus about